Preparing yourself for a football season is a year-round process. From January through April, your training should be of moderate intensity, and you should aim to perfect your technique in areas such as acceleration, top speed, lateral movement, and overall body rhythm. This can be accomplished by focusing on an individual Speed City product for 3 to 4 weeks and then switching to a new product for 3 to 4 weeks. When you hit the months of May and June, it's time to kick your training into high gear. This is when you use Speed City's Sack Attack training routine. This 3-day-a-week, 6-week routine will be the most intense training cycle of the entire year and will address every skill you need to succeed as a football player. The final 4 weeks leading up to fall camp is when you should use the Game Speed training routine. Up until this point, all of your training has been of the foundational type, but now that the season is just around the corner, your training must become more specific to the needs of your position. This routine will take your raw movement skills and polish them for the season. Game Speed is designed as a 3-day-a-week routine and places 3 movements specific to your position on each of the workout days. With each position-specific motion you train, you will perform the motion using hand weights for upper body speed, the Viper for total body assistance, and the Buckshot belt for total body resistance. During your workouts, you will perform each of your position-specific motions to the right side of the ball. You will perform each of your 3 motions for that day with the hand weights first. Once you have performed 1 rep on each of the motions, your partner will then perform his repetitions in the same way. After your partner has finished his reps with the hand weights, you will then go through each of the motions again using the Viper. Your partner will then perform his repetitions using the Viper. You will then go through each of the motions a 3rd time using the Buckshot belt, and then your partner will perform each of his repetitions. Finally, you will perform each of the position-specific motions a 4th and final time moving free, utilizing no training equipment. You will repeat this entire progression lined up to the left side of the ball. The amount of rest you take between each of your repetitions is extremely important. In the first week of training, you should take no more than 45 seconds rest between each rep. During the second week, you should decrease that time to 35 seconds, then down to 25 seconds in week 3 and 15 seconds in week 4. Upon completing this routine, your body should be perfectly conditioned for the pace of a football game. The Game Speed training routine utilizes Speed City's hand weights, Viper, and Buckshot belt items. Before beginning your training, it is important to understand how to properly use each item and to understand why you are using each item. Hand weights are used to resist your upper body when you sprint. Because much of your speed is generated by the backwards thrust of your elbows, it is critical that you develop this skill. When you sprint with the hand weights, your upper body fights through the resistance to stay in rhythm with your lower body, which is moving freely. When you drop the hand weights, your upper body immediately speeds up and your lower body is forced to fire faster to keep pace. When dropping the hand weights, you should simply open your hands and let the weights naturally fall out. Do not disrupt your upper body motion by throwing the hand weights at the ground. Also, after you have dropped the hand weights, focus on completing the rest of your sprint. It is the contrast element of running with the weights and then running without the weights that is important, so failure to complete the entire sprint defeats the purpose of this drill. The Buckshot belt is designed to place weight at your center of gravity and is used to resist your entire body as you move. Because all of the motions you are training are fast, a relatively light belt should be used so your movements are not overly resisted. As you sprint with the Buckshot belt, its additional weight forces you to generate more power to propel yourself forward and requires you to use more balance and body control as you change direction. By learning to perfectly perform while wearing the Buckshot belt, your movements without it will feel especially quick, explosive, and razor sharp. The third item you will use is the Viper. The Viper includes a padded waist belt and an 8-foot flexicord. The pull of the flexicord is used to assist you through motions at speeds faster than you are capable of achieving otherwise. This assistance teaches your body to perform at higher than normal speeds and conditions your mind to expect higher speeds when you move without the aid of the Viper. The Viper is an outstanding training aid, but it is also one that requires athletes and coaches to practice certain safety precautions at all times. First, under no circumstances is the Viper designed for horseplay. Many of the drills conducted with the Viper involve stretching the 8-foot flexicord. The tension that is placed on the Viper's flexicord is capable of numerous unique training benefits, but it is also capable of causing injury if misused. Coaches and athletes using the Viper must understand that they are engaged in serious training and not casual play. Second, the Viper's flexicord is 8 feet long and is designed to be stretched to a maximum distance of 20 feet. Overstretching the flexicord could cause the flexicord to rupture or could cause components of the belt or handle attachment to break due to excess force. To avoid unintentional overstretching, cones marking the maximum stretch limit should be used at all times. It should be noted that some Viper drills cover more than 20 feet, but in such circumstances, the anchor athlete is moving with the athlete being trained so that separation is never more than 20 feet. The Viper's flexicord is designed to be attached to the padded Viper waist belt and/or the Viper handle strap. No other devices should be used to secure either end of the flexicord. When attaching the flexicord to the waist belt, only one end of the flexicord should be attached to any of the individual metal rings at one time. Both ends of the flexicord may be secured to separate metal rings at the same time, but not to the same metal ring at one time. Athletes and coaches should inspect the attachment points on the waist belt before each use for signs of wear or damage. If either is discovered, the belt should not be used. When only one end of the flexicord is attached to the Viper's waist belt, the other end must be secured to the Viper's attachment handle. This handle may be wrapped around a sturdy stationary object like a goalpost, worn around the waist of a second athlete, or held in the hand of a second athlete. When this third method is used, the athlete should insert his or her hand through the handle's loop and then firmly grasp the strap. Athletes wearing the Viper's waist belt must be conscious of how they connect the front buckle. The male end of the buckle should be inserted straight into the female end so that both teeth on the male end click into place. If the athlete does not connect the buckle properly, only one of the teeth will click into place and may cause the buckle to come unfastened during use. Finally, like all Speed City products, the Viper comes with a 1-year warranty. However, proper care may extend the useful life of the product. It is recommended that the entire Viper product be cleaned free of all dirt and debris after each workout and stored in a climate-controlled environment away from harsh sunlight. Following these simple guidelines will help ensure that you get the most out of training with your new Viper from Speed City. During your Monday workout, you will focus on the go, the out, and the curl route. For the purposes of this training routine, you will treat every route as if you were playing man coverage approximately 3 yards off the ball. When defending the go route, you will backpedal for 5 yards and then turn and sprint with the receiver. Remember to get your head and shoulders around to locate the ball. Your second movement on your Monday workouts is the out route. Here you will backpedal for 5 yards and then make a 45-degree break to the outside. Your third movement on Mondays is the curl. For this route, you will again backpedal for approximately 5 yards. You will then make a 45-degree break to the inside where you will break up the curl route. You will first perform each of your 3 movements while utilizing the hand weights. As you defend against the go route, you will hold the hand weights through your back pedal. As you turn to sprint upfield with the wide receiver, you should forcefully drive your elbows to get into your linear sprint. As you emerge from your turn, you will drop the hand weights and burst upfield. When defending the out route, you will utilize the hand weights through your back pedal and for the first step of your break to the outside. After your first step, you will drop the hand weights and accelerate in front of the wide receiver to make the interception. Defending the curl route works the same way as the out, except that all the action takes place to the inside. Again, you will utilize the hand weights through the back pedal and the first step of your break towards the curl. After you have made your initial movement towards the curl, you will drop the hand weights and make a play on the ball. Your second round of repetitions will involve the Viper. You will progress through in the same order as before, first defending the go route, then the out, then the curl. When defending the go route, you will attach the Viper's Flexicord to the belt's Saturn clip and have your training partner begin 5 yards behind you. As you begin moving, your training partner will also begin jogging upfield in order to keep a 5-yard separation throughout the entire repetition. The tension on the Viper's Flexicord will assist you through the entire movement. The key is to focus on your transition from the back pedal into the sprint. Keep your hips low and explode out of the turn and into the sprint. When using the Viper for the out route, your partner will stand approximately 3 yards in front of you. As you backpedal, your partner will begin his brake to the outside. Once you get to the top of your back pedal, you will brake at a 45-degree angle to bust up the out. As you make the brake, the tension on the Flexicord will assist you into the sprint and condition your mind and body to quickly shut this route down. The curl route will begin the same as the go and the out. Your partner will again stand approximately 3 yards in front of you. This time, however, as you backpedal, your partner will begin braking to the inside. At the top of your back pedal, you will plant and brake towards your partner at a 45-degree angle. Once again, the tension on the Viper's Flexicord will assist you out of your brake and give you the sensation of tremendous closing speed. You will use the buckshot belt on your third round of repetitions. Again, start by defending the go route, then the out, then the curl. The trickiest part to defending the go route is the 180-degree turn and sprint. As you perform this motion, the weight of the buckshot belt will tend to pull you off track. You must use balance and body control to maintain a tight relation to the imaginary receiver. If you can successfully defend the route while wearing the buckshot belt, then defending it without the belt will seem extremely easy. When defending the out route, you will backpedal for approximately 5 yards and then brake at a 45-degree angle to the outside. The buckshot belt makes the brake more difficult to perform because you have to stop the momentum of your own body weight and the weight of the buckshot belt. Keep your hips low to the ground and attempt to change direction by making a single plant with your foot. Similar to the out route, the buckshot belt will provide your body an overload when braking out of the back pedal. Focus on maintaining crisp, precise movements and do not allow the weight of the buckshot belt to pull you off course. As indicated on your workout, once you have completed repetitions of each movement using hand weights, Viper, and buckshot belt, you will then perform each of the movements for that day free. Performing the motions free will allow your body to switch back to normal conditions where no equipment is being utilized. Remember, after you have performed the entire progression for these 3 motions, you will then repeat the progression lined up on the opposite side of the ball. During your Wednesday workout, you will focus on the post, the dig, and the corner route. For the purposes of this training routine, you will treat every route as if you were playing man coverage approximately 3 yards off the ball. When defending the post, you will backpedal for approximately 5 yards, then open your hips and sprint towards the goalpost. Your second movement to defend on your Wednesday workouts is the dig route. Similar to the post, you will backpedal for 5 yards, open your hips, and sprint towards the goalpost for a couple of steps, and then brake flat across the field about 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. Your third movement on Wednesday is the corner. You will again start by backpedaling for 5 yards, and then opening your hips and sprinting towards the goalpost. After a couple of steps, you will then speed turn out of defending the post and sprint to bust up the corner route. Just like the workout you performed on Monday, you will begin this workout by performing each of your 3 movements with hand weights. When running the post, you will hold the hand weights and drive your elbows during your back pedal. As you open your hips to sprint to the post, you will drop the hand weights and accelerate out of the turn. You should experience a boost in speed as your arms turn over quicker without the hand weights. When running the dig route with the hand weights, hold the hand weights through the back pedal and your move towards the post. You should drop the hand weights at the point you break flat across the field towards the dig. Dropping the hand weights at this point will help condition your mind and body to expect an increase in speed as you make the break. When defending the corner route, you will drop the hand weights at the point you make your speed turn towards the corner. When you drop the weights, your upper body turnover will increase and the backwards thrust of your elbows will become more forceful. Use the backwards thrust of your outside elbow to help rotate your body away from the post and towards the corner. As you already know, the quicker you can make this turn, the quicker and more effectively you will be able to shut down the corner route. Your second round of repetitions will involve the Viper. When defending the post, you will begin with the Viper's flexicord attached to the belt's Saturn clip, and your partner lined up 5 yards behind you. Your partner should always aim to keep 5 yards of separation between the two of you, so there will always be tension on the Viper's flexicord. This tension will assist you through your back pedal, your turn, and your sprint towards the post. The dig route will begin the same way as the post route. Your partner again must stay 5 yards ahead of you in the motion. This means that he will make all his breaks a step or two before you make your breaks. Notice that as soon as you begin your back pedal, your partner will almost immediately begin his break flat across the field at 15 yards off the original line of scrimmage. Utilizing the Viper on the corner route involves the same beginning setup as the post and dig routes. Make certain you have the Viper's flexicord connected to the belt's Saturn clip, as the rotation of the flexicord will be extremely important when you make your speed turn out of the post and into the corner. The assistance of the Viper will give you the feel of launching out of your speed turn and quickly closing on the receiver. You will use the buckshot belt on your third round of repetitions, beginning with the post route. Here you will securely fasten the buckshot belt around your waist and go through the back pedal, turn, and sprint required to defend the post. Remember, the buckshot belt is designed to provide just enough weight to disrupt your motions, not so much that it prevents them. You should aim to perfectly perform your defensive move as fast and smoothly as possible, powering through the added weight of the buckshot belt. Defending the dig with the buckshot belt will be more challenging than the post because it involves a hard break across the field 15 yards off the ball. Just as you begin to build up momentum sprinting to the post, you are required to slam on the brakes and jump on the dig. This change of direction is far more challenging when wearing the buckshot belt, so focus on maintaining sharp, disciplined motions. Finally, you will perform the corner route with the buckshot belt. Like the break you make on the dig route, the speed turn on the corner is much harder with the little bit of added weight of the buckshot belt. You must use a tremendous amount of balance and body control to make this move without being pulled off course. After you have completed repetitions defending the post, dig, and corner routes using the hand weights, Viper, and buckshot belt, you will now perform each of the movements free. Performing these motions free will allow your body to switch back to normal conditions where no equipment is being utilized. Remember, after you have performed the entire progression for these 3 motions, you will then repeat the progression lined up on the opposite side of the ball. During your Friday workout, you will focus on defending the comeback, the slant, and the drag route. When defending the comeback, you will backpedal for 5 yards, open your hips and sprint towards the corner, and then break sharply back towards the sideline to bust up the comeback route being run by the receiver. Your second movement on your Friday workouts is the slant route. Here you will backpedal for a couple of steps and then quickly break forward on the slant. Your third movement on Friday is the drag. Again, you will take a step or two backwards, and then you will break flat across the field approximately 5 yards off the original line of scrimmage. Just like the workout you performed on Monday and Wednesday, you will begin this workout by performing each of your 3 movements with hand weights. When defending the comeback, you will drive your arms through the weight of the hand weights during your back pedal and through your turn towards the post. As you begin to accelerate out of this turn, you will drop the hand weights. Your upper body will turn over faster, your elbows will fire backwards more forcefully, and you will burst downfield to cover the comeback. When covering the slant, you will again hold the hand weights during your back pedal and then drop them after your first couple of steps forward to jump the slant. Always visualize yourself intercepting the pass on this route. After you have made the interception, turn upfield and sprint full speed for another 10 yards. Similar to the slant, you will hold the hand weights during your back pedal and then drop them after your first couple of steps towards the drag. Concentrate on using the additional power generated by the backwards drive of your elbows to immediately close the gap between you and the receiver. Your second round of repetitions will involve the Viper. When defending the comeback, you will attach the Viper's FlexiCord to the belt's Saturn clip, and your partner will stand 5 yards in front of you. Your partner should move with you as you backpedal. By keeping a 5-yard separation, the FlexiCord will resist you through your backwards movement. Just as you reach the mark where you break forward on the comeback, your partner will move in the opposite direction to assist you through this movement. The slant route will be set up just like the comeback. However, after just a couple of steps of backpedaling, you will bolt forward to break up the slant. Your partner should make his break to the inside a step before you to make sure the pull of the FlexiCord is assisting you in the proper direction. The setup for defending the drag is the same as the slant. However, your partner will break further to the inside in order to pull you in the direction of the receiver running the drag route. You will use the buckshot belt on your third round of repetitions, beginning with the comeback route. Here you will securely fasten the buckshot belt around your waist and go through the motions required to defend the comeback. The most critical part of this drill will be the point you break away from the corner and towards the comeback. At that point, you should have some serious momentum built up, and making a near 180-degree break will be difficult with the added weight. Make sure to keep your hips low to the ground to maximize your efficiency. When defending the slant while wearing the buckshot belt, simply go through your regular motions of backpedaling for 2 or 3 yards and then braking forward at a 45-degree angle. Transition out of the back pedal and into the forward sprint as fast as possible. As mentioned previously, always envision yourself intercepting this pass and then taking it upfield. Defending the drag will work the same way as the slant, except that you will break further to the inside and a little more flat across the field. Once again, visualize an interception and then sprint up the field. After you have completed repetitions defending the comeback, slant, and drag routes using the hand weights, Viper, and buckshot belt, you will now perform each of the movements free. Performing the motions free will allow your body to switch back to normal conditions where no equipment is being utilized. Remember, after you have performed the entire progression for these 3 motions, you will then repeat the progression lined up on the opposite side of the ball. This video has shown you each technique used on the 3 workout days of the Game Speed training program. By completing this 4-week routine, you will put the finishing touches on your off-season training, and you will have your speed polished for the specific needs of your position. If you need more information on the Game Speed training series, or if you would like to purchase training systems for other phases of the off-season, you may find such information online at speedcity.com.